What are the 5 things that you have to do that will help you stay on claim and be paid in your ERISA disability insurance claim? Congratulations! Your ERISA disability carrier or plan has approved your claim and you've gotten your first check. But now you're probably wondering, how do you stay on claim and continue to be paid? That's a great question. And I think there are 5 things that you must do that will help you continue to stay on claim and get your ERISA disability benefits. Number 1 is continue to get regular medical treatment, because under the terms of your plan or policy, you're required to get regular care and you are required to be compliant with that medical care. The ERISA disability carrier or plan is going to be looking at your medical records to determine whether or not you meet the definition of disability. And they're going to be first looking at your medical records to see, 1, if you've been compliant with the medical care, and 2, your medical care documents that you still meet the standard of disability. Now, it doesn't matter that you are unable to pay for your medical care. The plans require you to get appropriate medical care and at an appropriate frequency. And if you don't, that in and of itself will give the disability carrier plan a reason to deny your claim. And that will be upheld by the court as a breach of the terms of your contract. It doesn't matter how disabled you might be. If you're not compliant with that requirement of your disability policy or plan, it's going to be a denial. Now, the second thing that the disability carrier will expect you to do is to continue to complete activities of daily living forms and document, of course, your activities. And that needs to be consistent with what you're telling your doctor. And that's number 3. You need to be giving your doctor a complete history of your symptoms and your functionality. And your medical records, in my view, should be telling the story of how your symptoms impact your ability to function. So it might be that you have a problem with your back, and that pain prevents you from sitting. But your doctor notes or your activity of daily living form indicates that you're helping a neighbor, set up a website. That's inconsistent with your allegations and inconsistent potentially with the basis of the claim for disability. You've got to be truthful in filling out these activity of daily living forms, not exaggerating, but your activity of daily living forms should also be telling a story about your difficulties. And I've done some videos about that, and there's going to be a link down here so you can see what I've and listen to what I've said about filling out the activity of daily living forms. Number 4 is you need to keep your lawyer, like me, updated in terms of what's happening medically. I want to be able to get your medical records, and I want to review what you've said and what the doctor has to say. Obviously, that's going to be important because the disability carrier and plans are going to be asking for medical records on a regular basis. And they're not going to be particularly sympathetic that you're having trouble getting those medical records. And we know, at least in our office, that it's taking 4 to 6 weeks to get medical records. So the quicker you let me know or your lawyer know, the quicker they're going to be able to get your medical records. That way, when the disability carrier plan wants your medical records, we've already got them in your file. And number 5, if the disability carrier or plan asks you to fill out disability forms or want to have a conversation with you or want to schedule you for an examination, it's really time for you to call your lawyer, because we want to be involved in filling out these forms, again, for consistency purposes, and we want to control any interview, and we want to get you ready for an independent, not so independent exam if they're going to be asking one. So you can see that there are a number of things, 5 things that I think you need to be doing to stay on claim. If your claim has been denied or your benefits have been terminated, call me today at 727-894-3188 for a complimentary consultation. I can help you get and keep your ERISA disability benefits regardless of where you live in the United States, regardless of the nature of your disabling condition, and regardless of who that disability carrier might be. 727-894-3188.